Hi, everyone. My name is David Ward. It is Friday, April 21st, 2020 at 8:58 p.m. Central Time in the U.S. Hope everyone's doing okay today. I'm doing fine. Just wanted to provide an update. Take a hit off my vape real quick. All right. We are in the 2-week time frame. 2-week time frame. There's a reason I have this magenta vertical timeline at April 15th, 2019 in this 2-week time frame. There's a reason that is there. I will lead up to that reason here in just a moment. All right, first I just want to point out stochastic RSI is still angling up here in this 2-week time frame. Don't see sign of a bear cross yet. This 2-week candle began on August 17th. The next 2-week candle begins August 31st. So we could still continue with upward pressure at least to the 2-week candle that begins August 31st and ends when? September 14th. All right, so a lot could happen between August 31st and September 13th. All right, that blue LSMA, the angle of ascent that is going up, in my opinion, that's bullish. The angle of ascent in which the white energy is going up, that too is bullish. The green line can still continue out to the side, just as this one continued out to the side here. This one can continue out to the side as well. All right, so keep that in mind that the 2-week time frame does look bullish. Let's look at the 12-day time frame. The 12-day time frame, again, the blue LSMA, in my opinion, and the red RSI could very easily make it up to the 80 before exhausting. Well, if that were the case, that would be to August 28th or to the 12-day candle that begins August 28th. Now, when a major pullback would begin sometime between August 28th and the next 12-day candle on September 9th, we would have to go to lower time frames to determine that. All right, so just wanted to point that out. That the red RSI and the blue LSMA in this 12-day time frame, they too are bullish. The stochastic RSI, true enough, is currently flat at the moment. It was flat here. It was flat here, where we have one brief red candle in the 12-day. There was a shallow candle. Let me move this to the side. You see very little wick. But then the next candle, boom, went up hard. All right, so again, in my opinion, the 2-week and the 12-day look bullish. The 9-day. The 9-day, you may question, well, gosh, this looks like this could be coming down. True enough, it does, but we just had our first pressure dot just below the 80 level. Right here, we had our first pressure dot just below the 80 level. Point out something else too, like let's see if there's any. Yeah, right here, where the green line had come down, had a little bit of a push down. Let's see, the high there was 87.45, and wow, that was a 1,300 drop, 1,300 price drop. I have a hard time seeing that. If we were to have a drop, I would think it'd be down to this green 50 at 10,500. I'm curious. Yeah, those longs are continually going down. They're being spooked. Shorts are starting to take profit. As it was going down, shorts are starting to take profit as it's going down. And longs are being spooked. They're continually dropping out. All right, I just want to point out that even though this green is angled down at the moment, by the way, this 9-day candle just began today. This will fluctuate up and down. That green line, white energy, will fluctuate, and the stochastic RSI will fluctuate up and down as the price action moves up and down over the course of the 9 days in this 9-day candle. Remind you, this 9-day candle just began. It has just begun. however you want to say it as far as proper grammar. Red RSI, in my opinion, its angle of ascent, it's not going to be one of these again. In my opinion, it is not going to be one of these again that we had that began back in February to March. I honestly don't see that occurring. Why? Because of what we are seeing in the 12-day and the 2-week time frame. That's why. In the 12-day and the 2-week time frame right here, let me go and put some right here. I'd be surprised if the red RSI was even above 50. 2-week time frame. Nope, the red RSI was not above 50 in the 2-week time frame. Well, we're well above 50 here. All right, note how we were above 50 here. We closed above 56, which I prefer. 50 is usually sufficient, not always, but usually 50 is sufficient, but I prefer that the red RSI close above 56. Why? Because if it does close above 56, then we do not stand a chance of a reversal, a sustained reversal in trend until that white energy hits the 50% level. Then we had a sustained reversal in trend. All right, but we don't stand it. Just because it does hit the 50% level does not mean we will have a sustained reversal in trend. It could only be a brief reversal in trend. The way that you would know if it's sustained or brief is by looking in a higher time frame, higher than the 2-week time frame. All right, but again, back to the 9-day time frame. It's very possible that just like how we did right here with the 9-day, well, first of all, this green may not even finish down. It may finish or close up. I say again, it may finish or close up, just as right here. I'm curious. Let's go ahead and do a replay. And we will start right here, 2 candles before that. Now I'm going to click play and we're going to watch this green. All right, let's keep an eye on that green while this replay is taking place back in history in April 2019. We're going to watch this green to see how it fluctuates, if it fluctuates. Because this may not be a good example. We'll find out whether or not this was a good example for me to choose. All right, see how the green is currently angled down? Now watch it end up closing up. Note the one caution dot, one pressure dot. See how it ended up moving up by the end of this 9-day candle? And then by the time this 9-day candle closes, it closed up. Now we've moved to the next 9-day candle. At which point we probably will not see that green go down. See, now it's going up. But that proved my point. What point? Even though this green is angled down, remind you, this 9-day candle just begun today. Just begun today. So just because this green is angled down currently does not mean that it's coming down right now. That green will fluctuate up and down over the course of the 9 days in this 9-day candle. And today being the first day of those 9 days. There's 8 days and 22 hours remaining in this current 9-day candle. All right, so I'm not going to assume that we are going down right now. Do not assume that. All right, let's have a look at lower time frames. Let's go from the 9-day to the 6-day. We're still keeping an eye on this back here. All right, noting the 6-day where the white energy hit the 50% level. We're very close to doing that here. Very close to doing that here. Now, if you want, I will do another replay. And we'll start it right there. And let's click play. All right, now we're just going to watch the white energy and the green line here. The blue LSMA was still trending up. Now it just busted above the 80 level. And its angle of ascent is still up pretty high. It's still kind of going up pretty high. The white energy's coming down to fit. Now the white energy just went below 50, and the price action has moved down a little bit. Let's see, the high on that candle was 55.10 and the low was 49.91. So about a $520 swing there from the high to the low. All right, but you see my point there that number one, yes, the white energy went below 50, but it just went and then coming right back up. All right, now, let me go and close this. Now we would ask ourselves, since this white energy is getting close to 50, when it goes below 50, we're wondering, is this white energy going to go deep below 50? Or is it going to be shallow like it was right here? A good way of answering that question is having a look at your 9-day and your 12-day and your 2-week. Your 9-day, your 12-day, and your 2-week time frame. And I started out in the 2-week time frame. Now the 2-week and the 12-day, in my opinion, still look bullish. They still look bullish. So it is my opinion that in this 6-day is just going to be shallow because of the bullishness that we see in the 9-day and the 12-day will keep it shallow and it will come right back up again. Again, that is my opinion. And when it comes back up again, it may only come up a little bit and then come down, have a pretty decent pullback. Now, as far as when we do go back up, and I believe we will go back up, I believe we go up to at least 13,071. At least 13,071. We could go up to 14,611. We could go as high as 15,825 to 16,240. We could end up going in that range. I'm looking at the Bitcoin CME futures, by the way. All right, so in my opinion, we're going to experience just a shallow drop here. And then it bounced and turned right back up because of the bullishness we're seeing in the 12-day and the 2-week time frame. I believe this is my opinion now. This is not trading advice. I'm offering my opinion. I normally trade off my opinion. I make my trades off my opinion. Whether you choose to make your trades off my opinion, that's up to you. Because again, this is my opinion. I'm not telling you, do this. This is the way you're going to do it. You have no say-so. It's your money. So it's every bit your say-so. All right. Again, I'm just offering my opinion. All right. But in the 6-day, I believe that white energy is just going to go shallow. All right. Let's look at the 4-day. In the 4-day, this 4-day candle began on August 20th. Remind you, today is the 22nd UTC London time. So we still have two more, actually 1 day and 22 hours remaining in the current 4-day candle. Yes, I know the green's heading down currently, but just as it went down here, it can easily bounce right back up. Even though it's going down right here, it can bounce right back up. That magenta vertical timeline is still in the same place. I have not moved it. So note, even though we're having downward pressure here, that does not mean we must have a significant drop during downward pressure. How you get an idea in this time frame whether or not that will be a significant drop, usually majority of the time, to know whether or not it will be a significant drop is look at your higher time frames. What are your higher time frames telling you, such as your 9-day, 12-day, and 2-week? Do they still look very bullish, or are we getting very near close to what appears to be near the top, just like what I pointed out for Link USD? If y'all didn't notice, for Link USD, I hit that. I missed the high as far as the timeline. I missed it by 6 hours. 6 hours. In other words, I was saying on August 15th, is when we would see our high and begin falling down. It actually ended up being at 6 a.m. UTC London time on the 16th. So I missed it by 6 hours. All right. But in my opinion, looking at the 9-day, 12-day, and the 2-week, we still have more room for upward pressure with Bitcoin and likely for Ethereum US dollar as well. We still have more upward pressure. Can this white energy go down one more click just as we did here? Sure. Do I believe it will be a significant drop? That's hard to say. In my opinion, I say no. That's why you see this white line drawn the way that it is. I estimated around 11,200 and something. So I said 11.2xx, 11.2xx. Let's see if I may have said that in the title somewhere. Yeah, 11.2xx in this Bitcoin publication here that I posted on August 19th, 2020 at 6:44 a.m. All right, but I personally believe it will be shallow. It could go down to the upper 10Ks, like the 10,951 at this 0.5 fib. That is possible that it does go down to 10,951. I can see that. And then bounce right back up and at least go to 13,071. Could go as high as 14,611. Might go as high as 15,825 to 16,240, according to the Bitcoin CME futures. That was the 4-day. Let's look at the 2-day. Keeping in mind, we're not losing that vertical timeline here. It has not been moved. It's still in the same location. All right, note the stochastic RSI here and the Phoenix ARI, how it kind of remained up, bounced off the 80, came right back up. Stochastic RSI has come down very similar to here. Stochastic and the Phoenix ARI is still just above 80, like it was here. Note the white energy. The white energy went below 50. Actually, it went below 20, just like how we are currently. Granted, the green line has come down deeper than what it did right here. True enough. But that still does not necessarily mean that we can't bounce back up present day. The red RSI went just below 70. We're just below 70 now. The blue LSMA stayed up higher there. I believe there's still a chance for it to come back up. Why? Based on what we're seeing in the higher time frames. Again, based on what we're seeing in the higher time frames, I believe there's still a pretty decent chance of us bouncing right back up once this white energy reaches exhaustion and we turn back up. And that may not be until the 2-day candle beginning August 24th or August 26th. The 2-day candle beginning August 24th or August 26th is my estimation there. All right. So again, in my opinion, we're still bullish for the mid and definitely the long term. The near term, remember I use the 1-day, 2-day, 3-day, 4-day time frames to figure out my near term. But in the short term, that would be my 3-hour, 6-hour, 9-hour, 12-hour. You did not see me go to short term. 3-hour. The energy's higher than the green. So this red RSI may kind of do similar to what we did here. The green may come up and come right back down again before then finally going up. That is very, very, very possible. 6-hour. Yes, the green's currently higher than the energy, but no. That doesn't mean much right there. Let's look at the 24-hour. Why am I looking at the 24-hour? The red RSI is in a race to the 50. Oh, I'm running out of time here. Again, we're overall bullish, in my opinion, for the mid to long term. The near term, briefly downward pressure, but I do expect us to turn back up by the last week in August. If you don't mind, take a moment and click like. If you're not following, feel free to do so. Certainly would appreciate your support. Want to wish everyone happy trading and followers. You know the drill. Let's stay awesome.